Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, welcome back. So we're going to jump into another speedrun game. It's been a couple of days. I apologize. My work schedule's been a mess, as always. So, yeah, it's not been great. And the last couple of days, I have worked, what? Well, I've worked a bunch of hours, but the day before yesterday, I was up for like 26 straight hours or something ridiculous. So, yeah, it's not been good. So if I play this, I do have that. I could play this and Fianchetto. How does he get back on that diagonal? Well, he could go there. Let's play this. I don't want him to be able to target this. I'll Fianchetto if I have to, and that'll be fine. This is defended by the knight, right? So the knights defend one another. This is also an idea. If he plays here, I could just do that. We'll see. We'll see. But he doesn't have either of these two squares. So if he wants to target my g-pawn, he's going to have to do it from there, which walks into this. So the queen out is not a great move, right? Like this is not great. You want to keep your queen kind of in reserve to bring in a little bit later. So for example, like this is a fairly natural move, but it's still going to be defended by the queen and the knight, or the queen and the knight. So I'm not worried about that. If he comes down and I play this, he does have that though, which is something to think about. Okay, that brings that in. So if I play here and then he plays that, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. I think let's go ahead and grab the center for free, because that's defended. So why not? Just go ahead, put a pawn in the center. It's free, and then we'll see what we're going to do from there. He doesn't have any squares to stay directly in front of the king anymore, so that means my knight is about to be unpinned. He also can't bring the queen over now to target my g-pawn. Yeah. So he could potentially go there and target that. So I'm kind of thinking about bringing the knight over like this to get the bishop out. And then perhaps my knight jumps back into the center like this. If I play this guy to here, though, and he plays that, then I could maybe do something like this. Or should I just Fianchetto? I don't really want to move the knight again, but he doesn't have a way to come down and do anything. Well, if I play this, maybe he does that. So if I go here, and he played that, I could actually do that then. Takes and takes. This is a fork. So what if I go here, hit the queen again, add more pressure to this, and then jump the knight in? Well, how does he deal with that? So let's say I play here. If he does this, that move hits that and that. He could play here to add more defense. So if I go here, he slides over, and I play this, right? He comes here, then I play this. Knight comes out to here. Maybe you play here. He does that, and I go here. Queen drops back. Here, that. This. This dog, hold on. I put her outside and she's barking like crazy at nothing. I could play here and hit this guy. Now, if he goes here, that's undefended, which means I would have to do something like that to defend it. So I go here and he plays this. But that actually undefends that. I'm thinking about this. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. It's defended by the knight. Let's get another piece into the game and see what he tries to do. So I do have this, right? Which puts pressure here and hits the queen. If he goes there... All right, let's go ahead and take that. And now I'm thinking about this. Now, he could play here, hitting that guy. But if I play this and he takes, then you get in trouble. Right? Actually, if he goes here, I have this. Which is a fork. So I think you're about to get forked no matter what you do. Yeah. Good move. So here in this, I think you play here, let him take, and then play this. And then when he comes back, yeah, I'm going to play this. If he takes, yeah. Now this. Hitting the queen. This is not a thing yet. Oh, wait. If he plays here, I have this. So I have that because I can't let him play. So if I were to play this and he goes here, right? Well, actually, I would just take. So here, I'm hitting that. If that guy comes in, I take. If he takes me, I'm up a bishop. But if I play here, he could do that. So let's start with that. You don't have that. I guess you do have this. But in the meantime, this guy's running all over the board, and my pieces are all getting developed. Now this, right? Threatening to win a queen. So let's say I play here. This move just loses that. Actually, this move just loses the bishop. Yeah. If he takes here, he's forked. If he plays that, he loses the queen. So the queen's got to move here. Somewhere. Yikes. That's a check with a discovery against the queen. So the queen's hit, and there's nothing you can do here. That's really, I think, all you can do. Because if you move over, I'm going to take your queen. You take that, and then I'm going to pick up the rook. Yeah. So I'm going to take the queen. And when you recapture, you drop the rook. Or whatever you decide to do, you're going to drop the rook in the end. Actually, I have this check. If he plays here, I could pick that up. But I got to watch out for back rank. So let's say, all right, let's take the rook, and then maybe we could do this, hitting that. That's also hanging. Now, if I take and take, I have that check, which wins the knight. So you got to be careful with this bringing the queen out business. And again, that doesn't work because I would take. And for the spirit of simplification here, let's line up against this guy. That's pinned, and that wins the piece. If you go here, I'm going to do this. Notice you can't castle here. Which, to be fair, he could step up. Yeah. Okay. Actually, that is a pretty good move. But what if I just take this? If he takes here... Like, I'd love to get castled, but he could play here. Yeah, I'd love to castle. But right now, you got big problems. So that check... and I'm going to win the rook. And once that rook's gone, I think it's done. Now he's threatening a check here. So let's say that I play check and force him out. Then I play check. He comes down and then I do that. So let's go ahead and do that. That pairs those two, so neither one of these two is hanging. And whatever he does, if let's say he plays check, or I'm sorry, he goes there, I play check. Yeah. I think this was the better move. If I play this, he could actually take that then. I could defend like this. Yeah, let's defend it like that. So that's defended by the bishop's defended by the queen. He's got a light squared bishop that cannot attack the queen, and his pawns are further advanced than my queen, and the king alone can never attack a queen. So that means none of this is hanging, and I should be able to start getting some pieces out, or get my bishop out, and get the king into the game here, or the rook into the game as well. All right, so now I got this check. Well, now I think you're starting to weave a mating net. So let's play this. Take those squares away. And if I had another move, then this would be checkmate. So let's go ahead and take that. All right, so now where's the checkmate? Where is the checkmate? So he can't come here. What we want to do, ultimately, is to cut the king off. So I don't want him coming here or here. So I do have this move. So let's play this. That stops the king from coming to any of these squares, which means he's going to have to go the opposite direction. You still can't go here. Let's get our last piece into the game. This will be a lot easier with a rook. So let's get the rook in. We'll get a check. And then maybe we'll try to start working our way towards a checkmate. Yeah, that... Play that. Just try to keep the king cut off. That's the name of the game here. There. Now, you can't go here. I have this check. If he plays here, I have this check. Supported by the bishop. I have this check. Whatever we do here, like, we're going to have to try to do it with check. And where does he go here? Is that mate right here? Yeah, this is mate. There you go. So, first of all, that end game, I think, was instructive. Let's do an analysis. So, look, I mean, was it a closely contested end game? Of course not. I mean, it was clearly, But it's instructive in the sense that when you look at the way that I was trying to maneuver my pieces, with such an overwhelming advantage, if you don't win, if you get a draw, then you've lost. That's a loss, right? I mean, effectively. When you've got this kind of position, you have to get a checkmate. So, how did I go about it, right? I mean, I think that is instructive. But when you look at the opening of this game, okay, this is just standard Scandinavian stuff. I'm not a huge fan of the Scandinavian, but, I mean, a lot of people play it, all right? And this move here, I don't know what the best move is. Maybe I should look. Okay, bishop out. But I don't like that you could target this. I don't like that. So, I hit the queen, right? And that's the thing about the queen, is they say don't bring the queen out so early, and the reason is it's such a high-value piece, if it gets attacked by anything, it has to move. Whereas if you had a knight here, and I bring my bishop out, You could afford to let that trade happen because that's even material. But when your queen comes out, anytime it gets hit, it has to leave. That's the drawback of the Scandinavian. So he goes there. I hit this. Okay, he drops a pawn for some reason, and I take it. He plays that. Oof. All right. Yep, best move. He drops back. I'm hitting the queen again. And now here comes the pony. And you can see the best move is to sacrifice your queen for the knight. I mean, this is a catastrophic position. This is just absolutely terrible. He plays there, and I take, and that reveals the attack on the queen. And this is the point. You've got to keep your queen at home, because if you had brought a bishop out, for example, and your bishop got forced all over the board, well, you could sack a bishop for 2 pawns, and it's not really the end of the world. But this is game over. I mean, this is game over. And, you know, he plays here, which, look at that evaluation. When I take, right, now I take the, which I had a mate here, but I didn't see it. I thought there might have been one, but I didn't see it. So I just go ahead, I take the rook, and look, I'm up, what, 1,000,000 points of material? It's plus 11.5. And so we bring the knight back. Get that trade. I pick up the knight, basically winning the pawn. He does this, gives away a bishop. This move, and I did lose the plot a little bit here. Take the rook. Because, you know, what are you going to do here? You know, I mean, just take the material, and eventually there's going to be a mate. Take that. Get my bishop activated. I was so far ahead of material, I had to, you know, spend a little time trying to get my last couple of pieces in the game. And now, look, this isn't the cleanest conversion. It's mate in 2. I still don't see a mate in 2. But how did I approach this? I want to confine the king. So what did I immediately do? I start saying, well, how could he get away from me? Right? Maybe he does something like this. Okay? So I take that away from him. So now you can't come here, you can't come here, you can't come here, you can't come here, or not here, obviously. So you're going to have to move your way over this direction. He does that, and I just castle. Okay? Because the king's not going anywhere, because I've cut his squares off. So I want to get my last piece in the game, because pairing the rook and the queen and these guys here, this is just overwhelming. Like, should I be able to do it with just a bishop and a queen? Sure. But in the center of the board, it's hard, man. But if you have a rook, that makes it a lot easier. So he plays this. I come back and defend. I don't know what the best... Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay. But now we start boxing the king in, right? So, king steps over. Go ahead and pair up with the rook. He's forced to go there. We take with the queen, right? Paired up with the bishop. King slides over. Take that. Comes here. Take that. All this is with check. And I constantly made sure that he had a move or the move was checked. Because if you're in a position like this, a stalemate can only happen if the move is not a check. If you play a check, it's either checkmate or he moves. All right? So if you're playing a check, you don't have to calculate, well, what moves does he have? Or, I mean, it's good to do that, but you could have an oversight, and the game is still going to be a win because it's check, right? So if you didn't see mate, maybe he could block, but you miscalculated, whatever. Check, you missed it, but it's checkmate, right? Versus, you know, oh, I didn't see that you didn't have a move, and now it's stalemate, which he was absolutely playing for here. Right, so I was constantly saying, where could he go? What move does he have a move? And is the move that I'm about to play, does it come with check? So, and then when he steps here, right, this is all cut off by the queen. This is all cut off by the pawns. So the rook is mate, right? So it's basically a ladder mate. Queen cuts all that off. Rook cuts all that off. This pawn cuts this off. This pawn cuts this off. And this pawn cuts this off. This pawn cuts this off, right? So my pawns are guarding these squares. Queen takes these squares. Rook guards these squares. All right, and that's that. So it wasn't the cleanest conversion. And again, look, I'm not a grandmaster or anything like that. Not anywhere close. But the point of the speed run isn't to say, hey, this is how you get 2,000. Right? If you're able to watch a speed run and gain serious amounts of elo and get to 2,000 or 2,500, then you didn't need the damn speed run to begin with. This is just an intermediate's look at a speed run and trying to get you up these beginner ratings into a solid intermediate player, right? And this is the way that I'm looking at it, because that's what I am, a solid intermediate. I'm not an advanced player. I'm not a grandmaster or any title player. I'll never be any of those. But I am a solid intermediate player, and this is just if you want to, take that next step. And that, I'm rambling a little bit, but if you watch Daniel Naroditsky play, and he plays, somebody 900, Naroditsky blows him off the board because he's like, okay, we're going to play this, and he plays an opening, and 4 moves in, the guy makes an inaccuracy, and Naroditsky squeezes his guts out because he knows that's inaccurate, and this is why, and then he beats him to death. I don't know any of that. I'm just playing solid chess and saying, hey, avoid these pitfalls, and what I'm saying is coming from, an intermediate player that's just, a level and a half above this intermediate phase. Anyway, I know that I'm rambling. I'll let you guys get out of here. I hope you guys learned something, enjoyed the video. Sorry about taking so long to make a new one. Like I said, I've worked a lot of hours. The other day I was up for 26 straight hours, and I've just been tired and just ain't had time. So anyway, if y'all like that, like, comment, subscribe, all the things. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.